while since I did just a chat video. Most people follow me for the videos on gutting, grollicking, deer-related subjects, and humour. I have a sense of humour. But I'm getting a lot of questions, and there's a few subjects I want to cover in this short video. I'm going to limit it at 15 minutes, so I have the timer on, because I don't want you getting bored. But the subjects I want to cover is up and coming courses, events, and non-toxic bullets and shot. And I hope to cover them all in 15 minutes, which will be a bit of achievement, but we'll start anyway. As you're all aware, I'm part of the Country Sports Ireland team. Myself, Ronan O'Gorman, Dan Friday, Ronan's good wife, are behind Deer Training Certificate 1. Very valuable course to stalkers. Even if you have been stalking for quite a while, you might consider the course as every day is a learning day, and I'm sure you'll get something from it. And that's what we hear the whole time on the courses. One of the questions I'm being asked frequently through Messenger and social media, are the courses mandatory for this year? No, the courses are not mandatory for this year. You can still apply for a deer license without a course, taking the normal procedure to do so. But from next year on, the courses will be mandatory for all new applicants to deer stalking. So if you're a new applicant to deer stalking, you'll have to have a course to apply for your deer license. There's a choice out there now. You have our course, which I highly recommend, as I would. Deer Training Certificate 1, which is accepted by all the relative bodies. Then you have HCAP, and you have the NARGC are doing a course now. So you have a choice, and I thoroughly believe people having a choice in what they choose to do is good. So as anyone's been following the social media pages, mine and Country Sports Ireland, the reviews on our course and the way it's presented is quite highly spoken of. And I'm looking forward to meeting the applicants in July for the courses, the upcoming courses. There's a few Deer Training Certificate 1s available, and there's also a meat handling course. Meat handling course, of course, is if you wish to enter deer or venison into the food chain, you'll have to have a certificate as a trained hunter saying that you've carried out inspections and you know what you're at and know what's safe to enter into the food chain. And a very valuable course, even for home consumption of meat. You'll definitely learn a lot from that course. So the courses are very well presented, and of course they're all LANTRA approved, which is a very good and positive step. The LANTRA are an outside governing body, and they assess the course, and they also check the course material and give its approval, and they're the ones who issue certificates to applicants. So we have a few courses, as I said, coming up in July, and for those interested, just go onto Country Sports Ireland's website or Facebook page, contact Ronan and book your place if there's any places left. As I said, they're very popular and they were booked up fairly fast, and we have to abide by restrictions and numbers. These courses, the Deer Training Certificate 1 course will be taking place at the Midlands Shooting Centre of Ireland, the Midlands Range, run by JP Craven and his team, and this facility is second to none. And as I say, John Paul Craven, anytime we bring a course or an event to John Paul cannot do enough for us. Him and his team are exceptional at what they do, very knowledgeable people, very helpful people, and very approachable people. And without them, the courses would not be so easily obtainable. So that's enough on the courses, but just to remind everyone that's coming to do the course, please come prepared. Have your rifle zeroed at 100 yards. That's what I recommend. You'll be shooting at 100 yards lying down with a bipod or front rest. Your second series of shots will be taken kneeling or sitting at 60 yards with use of a sticks, and your third series of shots will be taken at 40 yards, standing up with a set of sticks. So just come prepared and have your rifle zeroed and bring enough ammunition. It's at every course now. I see guys turning up with, "Oh, I'm not sure if my rifle is zeroed correctly." If you're going to invest on a course, come prepared. Have your rifle zeroed and have a bit of study done and research done into the course, and just be prepared for the day. It's a very pleasant day in a friendly atmosphere, and it's our aim to get you through the course, and we'll help you as much as you can. But the onus is on you to come prepared, properly zeroed equipment, and study. And that, okay, so that's the courses covered. Also, people will be aware that I'm also part of the Wild Deer Association of Ireland, a very open organisation who have been working relentlessly through the pandemic in the background. We have a lot of new faces on board. We have Dan Kelly, who's launched Wild Deer Association TV. His editing and filming skills are second to none, and it's just light entertainment for the deer stalking community, and it just promotes deer stalking and just brings subjects of interest to the stalking community. We're a voluntary group. We don't get paid. We don't profit. We don't benefit from your subscription, which is only €20. It can be done online or through our Facebook page and through the website. So definitely, if you could consider joining up and being a member of the organisation, you will have a voice, and a voice to suggest, and a voice to bring new ideas for the association. We have a really hard working committee. Another new face on board is Carol McDermott, who's done outstanding work. Ambrose McCabe, who's done a lot with road traffic and signage and things like that. He can't be applauded enough. He's done all off his own back. As I said, it's all voluntary. We don't get expenses. We do this and we do events. We don't put in for fuel allowance, and we're a very open organisation. As a member, you can contact the secretary and the treasurer. You can ask about accounts. You can ask about membership. It's no problem at all. A lot of changes inside the organisation, and all these changes are for the better. Out with the old and in with the new, and the new is the way it should be. So the Wild Deer Association will be announcing an event coming up shortly, which is very well received in general. It'll be an opportunity for stalkers to get together. There's a huge social side to it. There'll be a bit of practice, there'll be a bit of education, and there'll be a lot of topics covered on the day. And of course, this event will take place at the Midlands with the help of John Paul Craven and his team. Who have always been very helpful, and anything I've ever asked of them for the association, they can't do enough for us. So we really appreciate their input and help in running these type of events. So watch the Wild Deer Association page and my own page. I'll share it, and maybe join up and come to the event. Great social day, especially for those that are new to stalking, and there's a lot of new people getting into stalking with 5,500 deer licenses being issued. It's one of the fastest growing sports in Ireland. There's a lot of deer out there, especially I'd imagine population will be up a bit due to the pandemic. There wouldn't have been as much culled last year due to COVID-19. This would probably will coincide with the returns for that year, when national parks review returns and release the number of deer culled. I'd say it should be down considerably. So there we have the subject of courses and up and coming courses in July, and events coming up in July run by the Wild Deer Association. Another subject that I keep getting asked questions on is non-toxic bullets, lead alternatives in the bullets and the shot. Is it mandatory? Do we all have to switch over? At present, we do not. We do not have to switch over. There is alternatives out there. I'm not going to mention any brands. I'm not going to promote any brands. I'm not going to promote any bullet types in the lead alternatives. I have limited experience with them. I have tried a few. I had varying results with them. But I'm sure with technology that's around today that bullets will improve and become more reliable, and would demand maybe prices will go down. But as for now, we do not have to fire lead bullets and shoot. We do not have to fire, sorry, non-toxic bullets and lead alternatives. There's been nothing brought in to enforce this or say that it's brought into law. I also get asked about the steel shot. Do we have to? At present, we do not have to, but I have had some slight experience with steel shot and shooting game. I was wildfowling in the UK some years back using steel shot. To say I was a little disappointed is an understatement. It doesn't perform like lead. You need to really limit your range, and if you shoot a 6, you come down 2. You want to be shooting a 4 to get similar results that you get with a 6. And you want to keep ranges moderate, because steel being lighter, it loses energy faster over a distance, as opposed to steel would hold energy better. So a lot of changes in the hunting world taking place at the moment, and while we all might complain and give out about them, we'll just have to embrace change and get along with things and do things. Of course, we have a voice, and one of your accesses to voicing your opinion is by joining up an organisation, and they'll give a voice in your opinion, and you can send in your suggestions and what you want, and we'll bring it to the powers that be. But a lot of changes coming in. Glad to see National Parks and Wildlife have been on the ball this year. Have been doing outstanding work and getting licenses out in time. New applicants should be issued from the beginning of August onwards. New applicants should be getting their licenses issued. A lot of people already have their licenses issued, thanks to the hard work of the people at National Parks and Wildlife, who have learned from previous mistakes and have really done an outstanding job this year. Carl McDermott helped our members and generally helped everybody. He was flat out helping people with their license application and everything. The Wild Deer Association has a messenger, and a lot of people come onto that asking questions, and committee members and admins on the page always reply to any inquiries with deer stalking related matters or deer management related matters. So it's a very good service, and it's free. So and how you support the ongoing work is by joining up. It's only €20 for the year, and we hope to run a series of events in conjunction with some of the big names in the shooting industry over the next and oncoming months. So again, watch this space. So I'm at 13 and a half minutes now. I'm doing quite well, considering no mistakes yet. But so I'll round it up. So just to go back over it, we have some deer training certificate 1s and a meat handling course coming up in July. For those interested, contact Country Sports Ireland. Also, there's some events coming up with the Wild Deer Association of Ireland. You'll have to be a member to partake in these events as per rules of COVID, and numbers are very limited. So contact our secretary, Barry, really helpful guy, and he'll sort you out with membership for this year. So definitely worth attending, and a great social day, and there's a great meal on the day with Paul Fletcher's amazing burgers being available. Paul is a huge supporter of the Wild Deer Association of Ireland and supplies the all approved food on the day, and volunteers cook the food, and of course it's no charge to members, which is very good. Also, I want to give as people might be aware, I'm working the gun trade. I work in Lakelands, Mullingar, and for those interested in getting into stalking, they might consider Lakelands, Mullingar to come purchase their rifle. We have the largest selection of rifles available in the country. We've all the top brands: Blazer, of course, Mauser, Sauer, and then all the usual brands, Hawa, Tika, Sacco. We have everything there. It's a huge selection and a huge selection of calibers. So if you're new to stalking and want to get into some stalking equipment, don't hesitate to contact me or Niall at Lakelands in Mullingar. We'll guide you through the thing. We'll help you with your applications. We'll help you with even your deer license application. We'll help you with your firearms application. We'll guide you through the various calibers and what's most suitable for your circumstances. And we have a range of rifles for the stalker, the long range shooter, the target shooter, the sport shooter, and of course we do all the latest shotguns, and we can advise there too. So we also offered a unique service that we can get your rifle zeroed and give you a test card with it on collection. That facility is there available for purchasers of rifles. We also offer a scope mounting service. I do all the scope mounting on all the new rifles. I've yet to have a complaint or anyone complain and say it was done incorrectly. It's all done. I treat each gun that I work on as my own, and you can be sure that it's mounted correctly and you'll have no issues after it's been done by me. I'm at it a long time and I do know what I'm doing. I've gone over my 15 minutes, so I'll sign off with that and wish you all well. Stay safe and look forward to seeing you at up and coming Country Sports Ireland events or courses, which are set for July. Deer Training Certificate 1 and the meat handling courses, events run by the Wild Deer Association, and anyone looking for hunting equipment, rifles, equipment, accessories, just contact me at Lakelands in Mullingar or contact Niall and we'll help you pick out equipment most suitable for your situation. Okay, I'll leave it at that as I'm gone over the time. Take care, folks.